stuff out and oh, hey guys, I'm just trying to get everything working here. I just jumped on a few seconds earlier. Then it's going to just give me a second here. Need to get everything up and running. Hopefully. So I can see your comments and all that good stuff. There we go. So let me change that. Okay. Now let's see. All right. Everyone can hear me okay, I hope. Um, just trying to get some stuff. It's Facebook. If that makes sense. I'm still just a few minutes early. Maybe, hopefully I can get this up and running. I might get started here soon. Anyway, so I don't know how much of this I can get. Are you able, whoever is watching, are you able to hear me okay? Um, I don't know if I'm getting comments in yet, which is so, I don't know. Why does it show me this one? Go to my pages. When I go to my page, don't like this new Facebook crap. Just want to go to my page. Oh. Alright, I'm hoping this is working now. Okay. Alright, well, we still got 2 minutes to go. I don't understand why this isn't working. So I can see comments if there is any. Maybe there isn't any. Maybe that's why I can't see any. I'm trying to open up my the chat and on my other computer, but I want it to be muted so I don't hear myself twice, but I can't seem to find it. Like it was just here and now it's not. Now I can see what's going on. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get started. Um, don't know if anyone's still out there, but welcome to this week's Hooligan Alley Hangout, a week earlier than I expected. Excuse me. A day later than expected, I'm sorry. First of all, I'm going to be here to, I'm going to be coloring, obviously, the picture that you had seen of P-Man here. There you go. In Photoshop, I've already done the flats because that takes forever and it's boring and you don't want to see that. So that's why we did that. But if I will be starting that shortly. I also didn't know if, I guess I'll wait until there's some more people here to, well, I'm just going to start if you all don't mind. And let me see how I can bring that. All right. And away we go. All right. So I'm going to try to explain a little bit what I'm doing as I'm doing it. So if those who don't know, like I said, I had already done the flats. Let me show you. First, show these off. I can't. Come on. Okay. This is the line art. Oh, okay. So this is the line art. I did not draw this. I don't know who did it. I don't know. I don't recognize that signature. But I had gotten it from Demon Productions. They're the ones who did the inking on it. If anyone knows who that is, be sure to tag them in here or something. But yeah, so the way that I have just recently started doing flatting, I went through and just colored each thing a color, and I saved that as big flats. That way, if I wanted to come back later and change the color on, just say, all of He-Man, like change something, or on the background, I can just come here to my big flats, and with my magic wand tool, I can select all of He-Man, and then go up here above the colors and be able to change like the colors on the whole thing, like if to give it a hue or something like that. Yeah. And then these are obviously my flats. Then once I make the flats, I make a copy of that, call that my colors, because I'm going to work on this colored layer. So I'm going to go ahead and start. I'm going to try to see if there's any questions while I'm here. But yeah, just check something really quick for you guys. Okay. All right. So I'm going to start with He-Man himself here. Maybe if I can select him. There we go. I like to work from dark to light, so I'm going to select this. And some of these aren't actually going to be the color, the base color. I'll be changing that. But okay, what I did is I selected the hair and I put it on its own layer. And I'm probably going to darken that hair a little bit, give it maybe a little bit more orangey. No, not that color. Not that orange, something like that, probably. Just give it a little. That's too. Just messing with the color, the hue saturation here, trying to figure out. Let me start again. Okay, make it a little bit darker. I want it to be maybe a little bit more. Not that orange. Geez, why did it jump so far? Okay, maybe something like that. I don't know. If I don't like it, I'll come back later. So I'm going to select that hair color and wait for my slow but computer to catch up? Okay. So we make the first highlights a little bit like brighter, a little bit more saturated. And I'm going to take my lasso tool, and I got to figure out which way the light is coming. And it looks almost like it is. There isn't much shadow on these inks, so I'm thinking that it's probably coming straight down by the shadow under his neck. So I'm probably going to make the light be coming a little bit, maybe down this way. So, but anyways, let's go ahead and let's start putting the highlights in. I'll probably end up changing this almost said and done because I'm usually do that. Okay, I'm going to hide that selection. Now I'm going to take a brush. Let's see, this soda brush, something soft, big and soft. And I'm just going to start brushing in those highlights. You can see them in a little bit, just starting to come in. I'm going to go back in and put another set of highlights in inside of those ones, just kind of like that. Hair is kind of funky when you do it. Anyway, it's like and make it a little bit more yellow, the way that highlight shows up. And I'm probably going to go in and just put in one more small set of highlights in. I'm going to make that even brighter, almost white. So I'm going to take it less saturated this time. Just and now, one thing I like to do is I'm going to select all the stuff that was the normal, all the hair that was the normal. Ooh, wait. Yeah. Oh, there we go. And I'm going to put like a shadow in here. So I'm going to go over here. I'm going to select, I have this like blue that I use for my shadows. And I have a shadow brush tool. I'll hide that selection. And now this is set with like a very, it's a 20 opacity. I'm just going to brush some of that blue in just to give it a little bit more. If you can see, like, here, you can see like the difference there. So, yeah. All right. So I think that's the hair. Not too bad. All right. I'm going to skip the skin right now because it's the largest portion and it's going to take forever. But I'm going to go ahead and now this is like one of the first places where I'm actually going to change the color of that. I want it to be more brown, like a right. Just right. Okay, let's go with that maybe. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and do these straps now. Again, like I said, the light's coming like kind of from the back and the top, kind of this direction. So what I'm thinking is the light's going to hit this kind of like this. And so on, kind of like that. And it's not going to be really on that edge so much. So something like that. Now I'm going to pick that color again. You can see it's like really almost in the red, actually. I'm going to make it a little bit more orange. And take it a little, and take it brighter. Come back with my brush. And maybe something. Make it actually a little bit brighter. The way it shows up. There we go. And now I'm going to go to this shoulder here. Just throw some color on it. Now this is, I'm using a cut and grad technique. I don't always use this one, but that's what I'm going to use today for this. This one, kind of do that. Paint that in. Now, I'm actually going to select most of this because I'm going to use that brush. Kind of make it a bit smaller. Try to give a little bit. Try to give it the, so you can see it's rounded kind of. Because the light's not just going to hit that part, it's going to probably bleed down into here a little bit. So, on that side, I think it's pretty much just going to be kind of almost like a rim, a rim light. Okay, so I'll probably come back. Okay, now we're going to do it again, and we're going to just go up and work in some more highlights again. Kind of there, kind of there, and here. Pick this color, make it brighter again. Here and more orangey, yellowish kind of, and just sweep down, sweep. There we go. Same here. This kind of through here. Give it a little bit more. There. And over here, it's just a very small piece. Okay. Like that. And now the same thing, I'm gonna select everything that didn't color up here anyway. For each. Select my blue again. Go to my shadow brush. And make it over here. Brush some blue into there. So then we're just going to merge that back down. So, just seeing if I like the way it's coming out. We'll see. Okay, so next thing we do is this little chest thing. As you can see, it selects actually everything that's that color. When I put it on this layer by itself, you can see, so it separates just that color. Sorry. So let me go up. And sorry about that. Okay. So this one's going to be a little bit different just because. Well, let me first of all change that. I'm going to make it a little bit darker. There we go. Okay. So again, the light's going to be coming down. It's going to hit this part mostly, and some of this side. Let's go kind of there. I'm also going to get some of this. Move that. Same thing with this edge. Do a little bit of that one too. And then this inside here, get part of. And probably part of that. Okay. I'm just going to get a little bit lighter color if I can. And make sure I get the right brush. I'm going to go with, let me see if that's the brush I want to use. Brush, some of that, and go to that if I can. Trying to just get under this brush tool here. Now go back down here to this shadow, the shadow brush again. Kind of brush in that. Now, hey, Rick, I don't know how long ago, that was 13 minutes ago. I need to look at my comments a little bit more. But how you doing? Going to. Okay, now I'm going to put some more highlight parts in. So, let's go kind of in here. Put a lot there. Across here. Down here. And in here. And just brighter. Okay. I'm going to go through, I'm going to make some of these shadows even darker before I do that other thing, that little thing I do, just because there's places on here where the shadow is, the light's not going to hit at all. So, Now again, I'm going to put my shadow in there. If anybody has any questions or anything, just put them in the chat and try to answer them. Okay. Just back that out a little bit. Okay. Now let's do this inside the H. Because it's not really a whole light's not really going to hit that. It's going to have a lot more shadow though. Let me think. Probably something like that. This will I'm just going to darken that up some to give it a shadow. And then when I go into here, just give it a little bit of light. Give me a green brush here. Just going to try to add a little bit of light. Okay. You can see it. Some light is hitting that. Okay. And with this one, I'm just going to select that. And take my blue, take my shadow brush again. I'm just going to brush it in from this way. Move that back. And if anyone out there watching, again, I just want to thank you for joining my chat, my stream tonight. Like I said, I am trying something different. Just working on this He-Man picture for a little while. Trying to show you how I color, like my processy. And if anyone had any questions, I'd be more than happy to answer them or try to. Red is a terrible color to try to get right. You must need, because if you make it brighter, it turns pink, and you don't want that. So I'm trying to make it a little bit more orange. Get it. I think it was. Sometimes this works. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Now, like that. That's need my soda brush again. Shrink it down a little bit. Give me a little bit brighter. same thing over here. It's not going to hit all of these, just a little bit of light on them. And then same here. We're going to, since light's coming this way, it's going to this, all of that. Just a little bit of that one. Here. That's kind of here. And this is here. And kind of like that. Okay. Go back up here, and we're gonna right here. That'll work. Be a little bit. I don't even know if you can hear me. Well, okay. This is going to be kind of. These are, I always assume those are like kind of gemmy kind of looking things. We're gonna come in and we're gonna put another kind of highlight in here. I'm gonna make those really bright, kind of specular highlight, I think they're called. Actually, I'm not liking that shade of red, actually. So this is one of those things where, let's see, I can just go in. Let's select those. Control U, and I want to change that red a little bit. It's a little bit better. Okay. Alright, so we're going to get down here to the arms, do his bracers and his belt. Well, you know what? Yeah, we're just going to work our way down. So we're going to go up here and do his face. Oops, moves that layer down. Select the face. And now I need to just pan and up just a little bit. See. Alright, this should be put that on its own layer. Now again, gotta remember the light is coming kind of this way. So it's gonna obviously cast a shadow on from where the hair and stuff is. So let's kind of go in here. I kind of like to select the whole area first and then go back and take out stuff, if that makes sense. So the light's all gonna kind of hit through here for now, anyway. Then we'll add some stuff. But okay, so we're gonna take out because the light kind of the shadows kind of stay out from under your eyes and stuff. And since the light's coming this way, obviously we're gonna have some shadowing here, here, here. Take it here, and then under the nose, we're gonna take that out, and here, there. Nothing's here, and then the light's gonna hit. It's still gonna hit like over here on his cheek, kind of. There, and then light's gonna hit here on his neck, so far down. Okay. Oh, I see something I messed up. That should be his hair right here, so I'm gonna have to fix that in post in a little bit here. Okay, so for skin, we're gonna select that color. We're gonna make it a little bit brighter, a little bit more saturated, and we're gonna go a little bit more orangey yellow. And I want to take that Sodo brush again. It's like my favorite brush, pretty much, for doing cut grad stuff. And just paint in some light here. Now, I don't know if it's too yellow. Let's see if I can change that. Cancel that. You know what? We're just gonna leave it, and we'll see how it looks. Okay. But one thing I like to do when I'm coloring sections, so like this skin, I'll end up doing all the skin, because I'm doing highlight in here. So what I like to do is all this, if I'm doing the highlights on the skin, I break it down to sections, but I do like the first run of highlights first, and then I'll come back and put in like the second run of highlights and things like that, just so it keeps, especially on skin tones, kind of keeps them all the same. like continuity in the colors and whatnot. So this is going to not get light to it. I'm probably going to take this out. Same with here. I'm going to take this out. Be like that. One thing as I'm doing this, I gotta remember, I get asked a lot of times about doing bodies and things like muscles, and you really need to break it down in those shapes. Um, Kind of like this shoulder here is a sphere, and the light's coming down, at this angle. Um, but I'm not gonna try not to run the color all the way to here because if you look at a light and it hits like a sphere, um, especially at that angle, you're putting light all the way to here. I try to make the area bigger than I'm actually going to color. That way you can get that blending kind of effect to your colors. There are some, though, I'll put a hard edge if it's a really distinct light, like, if it's a light shining on someone in the dark, kind of where you're going to have hard edges to the light. Um, but I try not to color up to that edge. It's not always easy to do, but like here in the muscles, and I see them more as like uh, cylinders, I guess, would be the best way. And I'm not perfect at it by any means because muscles still confuse the crap out of me sometimes. You really just gotta think about where you think the light would hit. What's what? I think that would come off of this since it's coming down. Let's go like that. Okay. I picked too big of an area to do right there. I should have kept just the arm and then did the chest. But we'll see. Let's make this a little bit bigger. And see how it went to a hard edge? I usually don't like that, but we're going to live with it because I need to get light down into the chest too. A little bit. We've got too much light top and not enough. Okay. A little bit smaller. Like that. There we go. That looks a little bit better. Just going to go in and put a little bit more light here on his bicep. I want more light like that. Yes.
For Christmas, can I get some?
I am like on a string. What?
For Christmas, can I get some Venom on the cake?
We'll see. Okay. All right. My nephew bugging me about Christmas. He's a big Venom fan, so he wants me to get him Venom comic books for Christmas. So we'll see what I can do there. Yeah, I don't like any of that. We're gonna start over. Okay. Let's see, light's gonna come down. I think it's gonna go not that far down. Yeah, kind of that maybe. Okay. Trying to really, like I said, I'm not really good at muscularities. Okay. But let's see what I can do there. How that turns out. I'm just gonna throw a little bit on there. Okay. Uh, like I said, anyone out there who would like to jump on, more than free, or you send me a message and I will check it out. And be able to add you, and we can talk while I do this. Um, Once I do the skin here, I'm going to take a break for a minute and just talk to you about some other stuff I have coming up. And then we'll jump back into He-Man. Uh, like I said, I am nowhere, sometimes the skin, muscles kind of gives me a little bit of a problem, especially when you have all this other stuff you gotta kind of work around. Yeah. Okay. Let's see how that. Again, I'm not going to put a whole lot of light hitting that. Of course, a lot of that will be taken up more when I put shadows in. Okay. Now do this hand. Light's going to be coming down kind of on it like this. Um, like that. Let's go over here to the other side. Again, it's going to be pretty much almost just like a rim over on this side, since the light's really actually coming from there. And then here on this hand, anything that's like facing kind of north upwards, I think is where I'm going to put my light. Kind of like that. Like that. So, now we gotta do the legs. Now see this. This one's gonna be a little bit more different because it's all hidden by this, but the light is coming still from the same direction, so it's actually behind the sword. That's where the light's coming from. The kids out there arguing. My nephew and my great nephew actually, and his, I don't know what you call them. They're not really step siblings, but they, or I don't know. But anyway, yeah. I don't know if you can hear them or not, but they like to argue. Okay. I don't like that spot right there. Let's go back. Let me just control get in there a little bit and fix this spot. I don't like that. So I'm just coming in and kind of run that. Okay. Yeah, I didn't do that well. Just kind of fix that. And then put more color back on it. That looks a little bit better. And let me put a little bit. Not as much. But let's reach it a little bit. Okay. Now this one here, we're gonna get some light on that kneecap here, and not much up there really. Let's see, starting to come together a little bit. Now I'm gonna put some more highlights on it. Since I'm down here, I'm gonna start down here. First of all, let's make our colors. We're gonna make it brighter, a little bit less saturated, more yellow. Okay, so kind of here, there, just a little bit on the knee. We'll see. I don't know. I'm still iffy about that flesh color. I'll probably end up fixing it. And here, got muscle. And here, kneecap it, a little bit there. There we go. All right. Oh. Some highlights here to his hand, knuckles. Here. Putting our highlight on this hand. Oh, let's see the whole arm. And it's just again going to be very rim light. Go up here and do this arm. Again, the muscle of light being up there. We're gonna kind of take the light, kind of like this. There. Here. There. It's probably going to be more of a rim light over there. Pick one button. Okay, I'm going to bring in my brush. And it's going to be brighter up here. And work down. Okay. And the chest. Again, going to be something like that. And just some little highlights in the muscles. That's it. Like so. Yeah. Yep, I don't like the way that is. Just that. Not too bad, I guess. Could be worse, could be better. What can I say? It's just like it's not gonna be perfect. I mean, this isn't something I'm getting paid for or anything like that, so I'm not gonna really make it perfect. So nose, get some light here on the cheek, on the bottom lip, here on his chin. Maybe over here on this side, up the face too. No, I just realized I didn't put any color on the inside. Okay. I don't know if you hear me. I'm talking to myself a lot, which happens. Okay. Now let me see. Now I'm gonna, like I've done before, take the blue and my shadow brush. Make sure I get this a little bit bigger. And just brush down this side of everything. Just the tiny volume. Now I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna add shadows. There wasn't much shadows on him, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come back and like here where the hair, I'll block some stuff. Like here around the eye. And kind of on this eye. Down the side of the nose and under the nose. And then we go right down this side of his face. And some there. And down this side of his neck. That under this. And shadow. Big problem, big places like here, under his arm. I don't want to cut into that arm, so fix that. Under the muscles here, just a little bit, add some shadows. I'm going to actually come down kind of like that. Under here. I'm going to see that there not much. Here. Yeah. Fingers. Yeah. Just selecting places where I think would be hidden in the shadows. Here. There. Okay. And probably Recap. Ain't bad. So just add some more shadow to it, gives it more depth. Um, okay, so I'm going to pause right here, and I'm going to be right back to this in a minute. But let's bring me up onto the screen. There we go. I'm just taking a break from that for a minute, and just wanted to let you all know that if you're here, thank you for watching my stream. As I color this, hopefully I can get it done. The only thing we really have left is some armor pieces, his clothes, and then Skeletor, which won't be long in the background. It's pretty quick. But I want to talk about some other things going on. We have, let's see. Well, the big thing is Omni. My Kickstarter for Omni. I was hoping to have the main cover to show you today, but I didn't get it finished. I had some stuff that happened yesterday, and I didn't get to finish it. But if you're around next week, I will have that to show you, among some other stuff. Hopefully, I can actually get in and have some pledge levels to show you what we're going to be having. I'm going to have a couple covers, a main cover. I've shown the one variant cover that was done, and I'm going to also have a like a gatefold cover, be like the Kickstarter only kind of thing, and that might, I'm debating that might be the cover for the director's cut of issue 1. I'll see, and it'll also be a print that you'll be able to get on one of the levels. But anyways, now you're probably wondering, when will I be able to get this book? Well, I'm going to let you know right now. On December 28th is when we'll be launching the Kickstarter for Omni number 1, or Chapter 1 as I like to call it. I'm going to add a little bit of stuff to the book. I'm going to have it re-lettered. I might touch up some things art-wise and color-wise in a few panels. But for the most part, I mean, the book's been done for a couple of years, actually. And so we're just going to get that back out on Kickstarter on, like I said, December 28th. It will run for a month. So I'm sure in the next couple of weeks, you're going to probably get sick of hearing me talk about it. And I'll probably be, along with this show, on some other shows. Also hoping to have another book, someone else who's running a Kickstarter. We've been in the very beginning talks of doing like a cross promotion between our books, because they're both superhero-y books, and we think that we can help each other. And have to talk to that person, maybe doing kind of a joint cover, like a versus cover or something like that. But that's down the road. That's just thoughts off from the top of my head kind of thing. But so be watching for it December 28th. Since I didn't get that cover done, I'm hoping I'll have it done tomorrow or sometime over the weekend, and just be watching on the pages, on the Facebook pages, and you'll be able to check that out. And I still would like to find, anyone knows someone, to do one more cover, maybe like a stretch goal cover or something I can reveal later in the thing. Someone who isn't extremely expensive because I can't afford it. But yeah, I'd like to find somebody to do another cover. So if anyone out there is watching this, or if you rewatch this, and like somebody who could do a cover at a reasonable price, malign art, let me know. Or if somebody out there wants to do one for some kind of art exchange. I do pencils, inks, well, terrible inks, I'm not going to make my own self, but inks, colors, obviously. And I'd be more than happy to do it at trade that way. But yeah, so December 28th, Omni. Um, I don't know any other. I don't have any. For once, I don't know have anybody that I know personally that has a Kickstarter going. I guess it's because of the holidays and they want to get them done before then to actually share with you to try to get it over. Right now, I think I only have three I'm backing at the moment that are still ongoing. Well, the one I think just ended. Um, so that was the comic. I still have two more, but they're they're both already funded. The one is just the Witchblade Volume Two hardcover omnibus, from Top Cow. So it ain't like they need our help. I ain't gonna say I ain't looking forward to that book, but you know, it is Mark Silvestri and those guys. So, but I guess I will get back to coloring and finish this He-Man up and show you the wonderful finished product. So let me get a drink, and we'll go back to finishing this. And hope you enjoy it. Like I said, and if anyone's watching has any questions or anything, just let me know. Hit me up. Put them in the comments, and I will try to check them out. But here we go. Wait, hold on. All right, now let's go back to full screen. All right, so done with the flesh. I'm going to do something really quick, and something I a lot of times forget, and I think maybe a lot of people do, is the eyes. Nope. Let me merge this flesh one down first. Okay. So now let me see the eyes. All I usually do with eyes is I got to figure out which way the shadow is going to be hitting them. Get there. And here. And then I just put a shadow on. There we go. And that part's done. And also while I'm here, I'm going to fix this hair that I didn't notice before. So we're just going to select that. And I'm going to take this color. I'm just going to fill it in. Okay. Okay. So we're going to go down here and we're going to do his gauntlets and the belt. And since I've already changed the color on his chest emblem, these I've already changed too. So I don't need to worry about fixing that color. So, whoa, there we go. Okay. We're going to go this. And then here, just a little bit there. Happy little tree over here. This. Take out where the shadow of. Oop, I almost did it the wrong way. Light's coming this way, so I'm going to take it from this way. Like that. And then just here. sure I get my soda brush. Here we go. Looks good. So it's over here now. Just gonna probably go kind of on the top part. Here, a little bit there. Let's take most of this. Okay. And again, take out for where these are going to leave shadows. Oh, wrong button. Yeah, I was holding the Alt instead of the Shift. Alt now remove areas instead of adding to them. Okay. This pretty much probably done here. So from there, come around, and this. Kind of. And then just a little bit of rim across the top here. And then, okay. And away we go. And then add a little bit of light over here. Not sure. Like that. Like that. I'm just going to put a little bit there. A little bit there. A little bit there. Click wrong way. Make it smaller. You know what? Let's see. All right. Now we're going to go back in and add some more highlights. Let's start over here. I think the light's really going to hit across this top rim a little bit, kind of. And through here, kind of. And a little bit more. And a little bit more. And a little bit more. Okay. And I'm just going to come down through. Kind of like that. And I might put some texture over top of these too. I'm thinking about just to make it, give it a little bit of something. I don't know. I'll think about it. I'm not exactly 100% happy with this. It's not coming up. I don't know. We'll see. Let's see what happens when I'm done. Okay. Um, kind of this. And again, some more across there. Oopsie daisy. I'm going to do one more. No, let's finish this first. Okay, I'll put some other like heavier highlights. Just really so these marks. Things are still that color. Then we're going to go with my shadow color, my shadow brush. Ties all that together. Again, just like up above, I'm going to come through and put in even some more shadows. And then this under here. And shadow. Okay. Go, merge that back down. And now, I picked this week. I have a few more images, pages I have already flatted. But if there's a character that you would like to see me do, or if you have a character of your own that you'd like to see me color, if you have the line art for it already, and you'd like to see me color that, let me know, and we'll see what we can do. So this is not something that is set in stone to like what I'm going to do. I just picked an image I thought I could get colored within 2 hours. It's kind of like where I'm holding myself to. Okay. So let's see. Right. It might need to add orange to it. So you can see the difference. A little bit more. Let's go here. There we go. Now, select that color up here. Try to throw somewhere in there. Oh, okay. I'm not going to put a whole lot of work into that emblem because it's actually not a major focal point of the piece. We're just going to kind of just now we're going to do these little ball thingies, which I have no idea what they are, but I've decided that they would be like some kind of metal. So I need to select one with this one here. Each color. I'm going to get what is called my color dodge brush, and this is what I usually use to make metal. It's kind of like a screen brush. The more you use it, the brighter and closer to white things become. So this is usually the brush I use for that kind of stuff. So remember which way my light's hitting it, so I can put the right highlight piece in it. There isn't much light in it, but I'm going to put a little bit of a highlight in. Same with over here. Maybe a little bit more on this side. Okay. This one. Oops. I was hitting my button. There we go. Here. Okay. No, it's not the most exciting thing. I just thought it'd be different. I wanted to see how you actually color. And I mean, there's a lot more to it, obviously, than I can do in a 2-hour stream. people are like, gee, it takes you that long. Well, me, yeah, it does. I'm not the fastest. I'm getting better, I guess faster. I had been sick for the past 4 years, and so I'm a little, I wouldn't say out of practice, but speed wise, I am. And I feel like I have forgotten some things. Like I just recently went back. I had when I wanted to learn how to color a couple years ago, and nobody really wanted to explain to me how Photoshop worked or how to do it. I ended up finding a course that is online. I well, actually, I ended up finding his YouTube because that's how I taught myself a lot when I decided to do comic books. I went to YouTube and I was looking up how to do this and how to do that, how to use Photoshop to color comics. And so I found K. Michael Russell. Um, it was about 5 years ago now, I think. And I took his course, and it really helped me with a lot of stuff. I'm still like just the basics. I was totally going on. I wasn't even using Photoshop, put it that way, and I wasn't using a drawing tablet. I was using a my mouse and just doing it that way. My first book, the first comic I put out, was completely colored that way, and I didn't even use Photoshop. I used oh, I can't remember what it's called now. It was like a free kind of Facebook thing, and yeah, and it really shows. Like I didn't know all my colors are kind of blah. These are starting to like come together, right? Okay, I'm gonna color his pouch there, which I forgot to do earlier when I was doing that color. So we're gonna. Oh, that's wonderful. See when that happens? It means I colored something, and it was probably when I was coloring. I think it was that same color, his straps, and obviously I must have touched that. So if that ever happens to you, that's why you keep your flats on a different layer, and you come down and you just select your flats, and look, and then go back up above the colors and make your selection then, and you still will have selected just that color. So as you can see, I don't want that. Okay. So now let's see the light coming that way. To make it get something like this in the pocket, and kind of that. And like that. I want to make this a little bit more orange, a little bit brighter. Just a little bit. Oh, we don't color dodge. No, no, no. Let's go back here and get our silver brush. There we go. And just paint some white. That's actually too much. So let's back that up a little bit. Down here a little bit. Okay. That's a little bit better. Let's put some highlight right along here. Put some in here. Like so. brighter, more saturated, a little more yellowish orange. Just put a couple strokes down in there. Okay, I think that looks good enough. Alright. Now we're gonna do his loincloth. But I still think there's something, you know, this whole loincloth here. This should all be loincloth here. Okay. So I can feel. There. I guess it looks a little bit better. I don't know. It just feels better with that. But okay, so we're gonna pick that next. Now that's not the right color at all. Like it's not gonna be a purplish color. So we want to go up in here and we want to change. I keep hitting that with the wrong finger. Let's see. Make that a little bit brighter. Darker in it. How's that? Okay. Yeah. Okay. So, all right. Now this, doing the colors on this, it's going to be a lot choppier, I guess, just because of what we want to maintain texture. And so we're gonna, in some places it's gonna be, I guess, like that. Here. There. Kind of almost like hair. But we're going to give it a little bit more bulk to it, I guess. Is the word I'm looking for. Go way up here. Brighter. And a little bit more orangey. Just want to make sure I got a little bit of that light over on that side. So that's why. Okay. We're gonna come down here, grab the fur in his boot. Just to go through these while we're down here. And there's really no set a rule here because it's kind of haphazard. So it's kind of just really where you think the light would hit as it's coming, like I said, down and a little bit from behind. Maybe, that's probably be over that. Let's make sure we get some of this. Okay. Just a smidge. Like that. Let me see with that. Okay. Now we're going to add our second layer of highlights in here. Just get that. Get these around here. And we're going to select that color. And go brighter. more saturated, maybe a little bit of a yellowy tint. I just want to lay in some color. And dude, that's such a big area. I think I'm going to come up through and just add one more, like pass, just to like give it one more. Like this. One more. Yeah, just gonna make it brighter. Yellow. And then just one pass, two pass, one pass, one pass. There we go. It's getting there. Okay. Now let's do the boots. Probably might just darken these a little bit. Yeah. Ooh, I just realized something I didn't do. Okay, let me go back and select this real quick. Get my shadow color, shadow brush. Very repetitive, like you do a lot of things, especially when you want to try to tie everything together. So you want to make sure you do the same thing on everything so you can tie it all together. Okay, so let's go here. And let's start here. I'm just going to kind of just think about how the light is going to hit on each wrap. Some of them it's not going to hit much at all, just because of the way everything's overlapped. And other things it might hit quite a bit of. So and remember, as it gets the foot, it might even be hitting the side, like this side of the foot. But as it comes down, you know, your light's coming from above, so it's going to spread out over this area. So just keep that in mind, like really how light affects surfaces, I guess is the word I'm looking for. Okay, kind of like that. Let's see. This probably can use a little bit more. Just trying to see how long I've been here. So I want to make sure I show you the background. Like, I should be able to get it all done. Because after I do these boots, we get the sword, and then pretty much just Skeletor, which is on the wrong thing. It's on the wrong brush. Okay, my soda brush. Okay. There we go. Now, on this foot, really, because the light's coming down, it's not gonna affect it quite as much. Just have to really, it's gonna hit these ones, the tops of them, much more than these ones that are underneath. Make sure you get thinking. Okay. just gonna do a little bit through here, just like that. I think. Just throw in some color. Okay. Now we're gonna go through and put in the highlights. And that's really gonna just be the top edges, like where the light is hitting them. I'm just doing these quick. I'm not like doing it perfect as I would be if I was doing like a cover or something. Just kind of throwing some highlights in. Now this one can be a little bit more up front. But again, it's mainly going to be the stuff that's on the sides and the tops. And do this. And we can go brighter, more saturated, and a little bit more orangey yellow. Let's see how that color works. I don't want that. That is yellow. Let's see. Yeah, that looks a little bit better. Okay. Then select these. Our shadow color and shadow brush. All right, now the sword. Go through here. How the light is going to hit off of this. Like that. Here. Like that. That. Pretty much. Light. Oh, stop. Kind of up this. Again, I'm going to use my color dodge. So that's what I want to use. Because this is metal, I'm going to give it a metally look. On the blade, especially. Yeah. Okay. Uh, I don't want it as white. Over here. Kind of. Okay. So that color, blue, shadow. Small. Control H. Like that. I'm gonna add something here now to make an effect on the sword to give it a little bit of a clean. There's several ways you can do it. The way I usually do it is I'm gonna make a new layer above my inks layer. I'll fill it with black, and then I'm going to change it to a screen mode. And now I have something, I need to find it. So I'm going to switch cameras here for a second so I can find this really quick. Wow, I'm like way behind on things, but how you doing, Grant? Good to see you made it. I'm just, for those who just popped in or whatever, I'm coloring He-Man. Oh, sorry to the fly. Just going through my process of how I do it. I know a lot of people have different ways that they do it, and I'm just trying to share the way I do it. And let me see. No, oh, I was looking for something. So just give me a minute, and if my computer wants to cooperate, that is. I'm actually looking. I have some effects things that I had gotten. One of the other things I have used where I learned to color is from Brian Miller's books, uh, hi-fi, uh, hi-fi color, how to color things. I have them on my shelf. Maybe I'll share them. I don't. But anyways, if you get those books, there's a DVD kind of thing in the back that has hi-fi helpers, and I use those a lot. If you ever see any of my stuff, especially for the effects and things. So I'm going to be opening one here shortly as soon as everything works. Okay. Let's see. Once it opens up, I am going to come back to you. Eventually. Okay. All right. Now let's go back to here. I don't know if it's opened yet. but we shall see. Hopefully. Come on, open back up. Did it open up yet? It's getting there. Like I said, my computer is slow as molasses sometimes when I'm trying to do several things at once. Okay, so this is it. This is a sparkle effect. Um, I don't usually use the green. Once in a while, I'll use red, but chances are I'm either going to use yellow or blue. But I'm going to go with yellow right now just because the whole thing of the He-Man is like in warm colors. So I'm going to choose a warm color. Wait, maybe I want to do it cool because I'm going to change it. Let's go with the blue. Pick that. And now I'll go ahead and I'm going to put this down over top of this layer. And I can see it's black, it doesn't do much. But if you go ahead and change that to screen mode, and let me adjust this. Now I can move this anywhere I like on this sword. I'm probably going to put it down here. Now, sometimes what I do is if it doesn't show up that well, I'll go ahead and double it. And sometimes even triple it sometimes. Just so I can get that gleam a little bit better. And then I can merge all those down. And I merge it down onto that layer, which I call my SFX layer. And you can see then you can just turn that on and off. But I think it'll show up a whole lot better, especially when the background is done. But as far as He-Man himself, well, let me see, one more thing. Just noticed it. Merge this down. I need to fix that. So I'm going to just isolate it. And since it's even less of a focal spot, I'm not going to get into doing a whole lot. I'm just going to throw some screen under that to lighten up one side of it, hopefully. There we go. Alright. Alright, so He-Man is all colored. And now we're going to do Skeletor. Skeletor, I think that's going to be pretty quick. I mean, he's only 2 colors. And I pretty much have the colors already picked. So I'm going to select his hood. And I'm going to actually make that darker. Because, wait, that didn't do what I wanted to do. Good. And now I'm going to command and just select the areas that I am going to kind of throw light onto. What I'm actually going to do is go back and pick this color, my original base color. Let's see if that's what I want. Hold on. Just want to see if this is what I want. Perfect. Okay. Now come over to this side. Same thing. Okay, like that. Brush and some light. What I'm going to try to do with this is to make it look like the light coming up from under him. If that makes sense, kind of. But that's the effect I was going for there. Let me that and that kind of in there. Nope, done. Make that a little bit brighter. And like so. And again, oh, there ain't much there. There we go. But since that is kind of already a dark, we're just gonna. I think I have like a. I'm just gonna make this a darker purple. Go to the shadow, and I'll just darken that in a bit. Okay. And now we're going to select Skeletor's face. And now see, I want that to be a little bit, it isn't bad, but I want it to be maybe, trying to find the shade that I want. Let's go with that. Okay. I'm going to darken that just a little bit. That works. And we're going to now just pick the parts we want to lighten. So again, I want the light to be coming up from underneath. So I go like right along this cheekbone here, kind of like that. Again, also in his eyebrow, and kind of do that. In the jawline. Underneath the nose, just a little bit, kind of like that. And just a little bit on the forehead, maybe. Okay. Now I'm going to do this, and maybe I'm going to try something here. I want that to be brighter. And a little bit more yellow. No. Yeah, a little bit more yellow, I think. Alright. And I'm going to try to actually use a gradient on this one. I'm just going to see if how it looks. I might, it's one thing, you always experiment with stuff. I rarely use, see, that's exactly what I want. Okay, I rarely use the same tool like all the time. I just don't do it. Yeah. Okay. But I realized some things I need to fix. So let's go back. you need 6 on this out of here. Okay. And we also need to add teeth. And put this back on for the forehead. Okay. Now let's see. Look at that. That is actually almost perfect. Okay. Now I'm going to come back and I'm going to put some shadows in this, like especially here under his eyes. Here on the like the brow line and the bridge of his nose, and inside of his nose, right up of the jaw, kind of up of his teeth. Up the brow line, his actual brow here. Okay, now let's see. Just darken this out. There we go. All right. And now, one last thing to do on Skeletor. Now I can do the background and we'll be done. Almost exactly 2 hours. Okay. We're going to do his eye. I want it to be glowing. I'm going to show you how I do that. I go back up to the special effects layer. Now, obviously the light, let's get to this. The light isn't really going to hit above this eyebrow because his eyes are really sunken in. So we're going to make sure we get away from that. And I don't want to. So there we go. I try to give myself a defined area where this glow can come. I'm going to make that a little bit redder. Okay, so now we want that special effects layer. Now we're going to pick a. Okay, so I picked the right thing. Okay, so we're going to go down here. We're going to get a screen brush because we're on a screen layer. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's. We're just going to paint in some of that. And you see, then that glows. All right. So, only things left now is the background. One thing that you learn with cool and warm, if your main thing is warm, you want the background to kind of be cool. It kind of like sets it off a little. I don't know how to explain it. When I did the flats, I just did because I wanted He-Man to be warmer colors, the reds, the oranges, the browns, and I made the background on Skeletor to be blue because his colors are more cool, like blue, purple, greens. But I'm actually going to flip those now. I'm going to make the background and Skeletor more of a cooler color, a warmer color, hopefully. Hoping that that'll do what I want it to do. But let's go ahead and try it. First of all, we're going to select that blue. And now we're going to just pick a cooler color. Preferably not the color that's out there already. Let me see. I just did a red background? Let's see if I just pick this dark red as a background, fill it in with that. How would that look? And now for the front, I want it to be more of a blue. So let me just see how that works. Oh, I think that works great, actually. Okay. Sorry if I'm talking to myself. But, okay, so we're going to come back in here. We're going to pick this red. And we're going to put that on its own layer. I'm trying to think of what I want to do. I mean, there's not a whole lot of space there to actually do much with. But I just don't want to keep it full up. So I have a brush. I'm going to try. Trying to think. Let's go with this dirt brush. This is like one of my favorite brushes. I'm going to get like an orangey color. Maybe I want this to be brighter. Okay, let me just see if that does what I want it to do. I'm trying to make it kind of like fiery. Let's make it a little bit more yellow. Let's make this brush a little bit smaller. There we go. Yeah.
It says wait to it.
I can't do it right now. I'm on a live stream.
Okay.
Okay, so shoot that down. I think that actually looks really good. Now let's do the blue, and I'm probably gonna do my normal background if anyone who sees any of my stuff. I need to select this blue. We're gonna get a little bit darker. Now we're gonna get this whole chalk brush, make it a little bit bigger. I'm just gonna come through here. It needs to be darker than that. Let's see. A little bit bigger. I'm going to do kind of like this through here. No, I don't want it to be so. There we go. Okay. Make it smaller if I can. Let me make it. Duh, I should have done this to begin with. Multiply, because that means every pass I make, it's going to make it darker. See? There we go. Kind of like that. And now I come in here and I get my favorite brush. Select. I'm having trouble. There we go. I want to select that color again. And I'm going to make this a little bit bigger. Okay. So the very first thing I'm going to do is multiply. I'm going to put in some darker speckles kind of in there. You can see it. And now I'm going to come in and get, once those are all done, just waiting. You can see it's still like doing stuff. So there we go. And now I'm going to turn it on screen. And not as big as I can go. No. I want to be bigger. In the middle. put in a couple of those to lighten it back up a little bit. Because I don't want to lose. Alright. And now, I want to do something with that frame. I'm not sure what. I'm going to fill it in with something. But what? I just want to do it. Let's see. I'm going to find a darker purple color. I don't have something here. I just want to colors. As soon as it's done with me, okay. I want to see if I can fill that in with purple. Okay. What? I think I like that, but I don't like the whole outside. So we are going to select that, but then deselect everything inside. That's that. And let's see if I can go. I wonder what it was just black. I like that. I think I do. All right. Well, I gotta do one more thing before I forget. I gotta come down here and things that I color. I have two different signatures. If I actually draw it, I have a different signature than if I just color it. But since I just colored this one, I'm gonna pick one of these colors, and I want it brighter. There we go. I'm gonna come down here and I'm gonna put my tag on. So let's go ahead and do that. Just waiting. Because I'm going to put some text in here. So what's going to happen? I need to just make that as a thing I can just plop on here instead of having to do it every time. But come on. There we go. And let me see if I can have it on here yet. I might not. I might have to do my normal signature. Because I don't. This is a newer computer and I haven't got all of my fonts over, and I bet you I'm thinking now I never uploaded that one. But we'll see soon enough. Maybe. Oh God, it seems so slow. For this to scroll, whatever. And no, I don't have it on here yet. So we're going to do it the old-fashioned way. If my computer starts to do anything. Okay. So what we're going to do instead is write it. And since everyone else is black, I will write mine black as well. Let's see, go up to like 6. Oh, wrong thing. Okay. And I'm on the wrong layer. I'll do it. There we go. Okay, well, that does it. If I want to thank anybody who stayed around and watched, trying to get to see the whole finished product. There it is. Um, Let me know what you thought about this stream, like about what I did here tonight. Like I said, if you have any questions, comments, let me know. And I'm trying to get. My computer is really slow right now, but